Acura is gearing up for an electrified future, and that doesn't include hybrids. Last year, Honda's luxury arm confirmed that it would skip hybrids altogether and launch EVs instead. The first of these fully electric Acura models is the ZDX, a performance SUV that is scheduled to arrive in 2024, reviving the ZDX nameplate. To speed up development of the ZDX, it will share GM's electric platform and be powered by Ultium batteries, just like the Cadillac Lyriq. Excitingly, there will also be a Type S version. Borrowing visual elements from the precision EV concept, the ZDX should be strikingly styled, and being a performance EV, is likely to have just 2 seating rows. Here's what we know about Acura's first EV so far. When is the Acura ZDX coming out? Without specifying exactly when it will be coming out, the automaker only confirmed that the Acura ZDX release date will be sometime in 2024. It will arrive ahead of other Acura EVs, which will only come to the market 2 years later. What's the price of the 2024 ZDX? No indication of the 2024 Acura ZDX price has been given. However, we assume it will sit somewhere between the compact RDX and MDX in size, and by extension, price. The upmarket Cadillac Lyriq, with which it shares a platform, begins at upwards of $62 kMSRP, while Acura's own MDX starts at nearly $50,000 in the USA. Based on all of this, we estimate that the new Acura ZDX SUV will cost around $55,000 in base form and as much as $70,000 for the sportier Type S version. Among rivals, its pricing will also overlap with the new Chevrolet Blazer EV, another vehicle relying on GM's Ultium batteries. New Acura ZDX exterior and colors. When Acura announced the 2024 ZDX, it said that this EV would pay homage to the original ZDX, one of the first coupe-style crossovers on the market. Does this mean that we can expect the same sporty profile for the new Acura ZDX exterior? It's difficult to say because the company also mentioned that the new ZDX design language will borrow styling cues from the precision EV concept. The latter draws inspiration from Italian power boats and is one of the most dazzling new SUV designs. Sharp, defined character lines dominate the precision EV concept, and particle glitch, lighting front and rear, along with an illuminated diamond pentagon grille, make it hard to take your eyes off it. The Precision rides on 23-inch wheels, but the production ZDX may use smaller ones. Both front and rear feature ultra-slim lighting clusters, and an impression of width is created at the back since the passenger cell is noticeably narrower than the rest of the body. Although the roofline is quite straight, an integrated silver trim piece creates the impression that it curves downwards at the back, which is a neat illusion. Type S derivatives are expected to have unique wheels, darker exterior finishes, and perhaps a more prominent spoiler. There is no word on which Acura ZDX colors will be made available, but the Precision was finished in a matte double apex blue that works a treat. If the production model looks as good as this, Acura's first EV could be one of the most desirable choices in its segment. Acura ZDX dimensions. It's too early to know for sure whether the new ZDX will be classified as a compact or mid-size crossover. Perhaps the Cadillac Lyriq, with which Acura's new EV shares a platform, is a good starting point. For reference, the Lyriq measures 196.7 inches in length, 86.9 inches in width, and 63.9 inches in height. If the Precision EV concept is anything to go by, it certainly looks more like a mid-size vehicle than a compact one, so this seems to be the most educated guess as to the Acura ZDX dimensions. Electric crossovers like the Lyriq weigh over 5,600 pounds, and we don't expect the ZDX will be far off. Acura ZDX engine and performance. Acura has referred to the ZDX as a performance SUV from the start, so we expect it to be quite a quick vehicle. We haven't been privy to any technical specs, but both rear and all-wheel drive variants are expected, with the latter adding a second electric motor. Looking at the Lyriq, it makes 340 horsepower in RWD form and 500 HP with odd. This powerful odd version could be badged as the ZDX Type S. We already know that an RWD Lyriq can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds based on independent testing, and we expect the odd version to dip below 5 seconds, so Acura ZDX will be just as rapid if it gets similar power. Acura's mission will be to make the ZDX Type S not just rapid but also engaging, often a challenge for fully electric cars that can feel rather clinical. The Precision EV concept came with an instinctive drive mode that introduces racier instrumentation and lighting, but that may not be enough to convince enthusiasts. Acura did promise that its Type S EVs would be fun to drive, but the proof will be in the pudding. Range, charging, and battery life. The Ultium batteries in the Cadillac Lyriq give us an idea of what to expect from the ZDX here. The Lyriq has a 102 kWh battery and an RWD guise. It returns 97/82/89 mph city/highway/combined and a 312-mile range. EPA ratings for the odd model haven't been published yet. With a DC fast charger and at speeds of up to 190 kilowatts, the Lyriq can add up to 76 miles of range in 10 minutes, and on a home charger 240 V2 charging at 11.5 kilowatt, the Lyriq gets 37 miles of range per hour. Finally, the RWD Lyriq gets 21 miles of range per hour at 7.7 kilowatt or 19 miles in the case of the odd variant. These numbers should reflect what the ZDX will be capable of, but a few small variances are expected since the vehicles aren't exactly the same. Acura ZDX interior and cargo. The Acura ZDX interior design hasn't been shared at all. If it adopts the design seen in the Precision EV concept, this will be a completely different look for Acura. The Precision features a 2-grip yoke steering wheel and a cockpit that is said to be inspired by a Formula One race car with an especially low-slung driving position. We don't expect elements like the yoke wheel to be included in the production ZDX, but the dual-color displays should. Like other trim elements, the Acura ZDX seats will probably be finished in environmentally friendly materials. The Precision EV concept uses aluminum fashioned from recycled materials and 100% biomass leather. The Precision concept also has 2 driving modes: an instinctive drive mode that introduces race-style digital instrumentation, and a spiritual lounge mode that retracts the steering wheel so the driver can relax, but this is another feature that may or may not find its way into the ZDX. The latest version of the Acura Watch Driver Assistance Suite will probably be standard, bringing with it adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, road departure mitigation, traffic sign recognition, and a lot more. We expect the ZDX to have spacious seating in each row. At this point, we don't know what the Acura ZDX cargo space will be, but around 30 cubic feet would make it competitive among mid-size crossovers.